Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to make this video because I have so much to talk about today. I have so much to say. I'm basically bottling up my emotions. You know, don't even get me started on Bollywood movies. It's true that Bollywood has this this weird superpower of forming generations, shaping the minds of the youth, right? We are heavily influenced by Bollywood. Despite it being such a weak industry now, you know, the older movies, the movies from the 2000s to 2015s, they are now being popularized. It says a lot about society. It does say a lot about society. And if we look at the type of these movies versus the ones that are not getting enough attention, this whole thing says a lot about today's youth, especially women. Today, I'm going to be comparing movies. Movies that lower our standards in men versus the ones that raises it. Um, First, I'll explain. First, I'll take a movie, explain why it does so, versus the ones that raises our standard, and I'll explain why. Okay. Uh, there might be contradictions, there might be controversies about it, but I'm not afraid to be honest. I'm not afraid to be honest about how these Bollywood films has messed up women's minds. That's a strong claim. Right. So, in number one, we have Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara versus Kaho Naa, Pyaar Hai. So, if we take the male characters from Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, let's take Arjun. Let's just take Arjun and Imran, right? And let's take Leila, the female lead character. What happens in the film is that these people meet together, and at a restaurant, they're explaining why they want to get married, to who they want to get married, their type in relationship, in their love life, their type in their love life. And this guy, Arjun, played by Hrithik Roshan, says that says that he is okay to get married to a girl for money. For her money, not his money, for her money. And hearing that, this girl, Leila, played by Katrina Kaif, blushes. I mean, what impresses her? What really impresses her about Arjun? And the other guy, Imran, he had been giving efforts to get her attention. And in a moment, in these few seconds, she forgets Imran and blushes at Arjun. I mean, would you really blush? Would you, as a girl, really blush at a guy who says that love does not matter to him? He is ready to get married to a girl for her money. I respect his opinion. I respect his opinion. He has the right to say whatever he wants. But I think this film has done this female character really dirty. And he never really pays any effort to get her attention, yet she sticks around. When they're traveling, she pops up out of nowhere, without him calling her. I think this is very unrealistic, and he just still is attracted to her, yet is not paying any attention. I mean, not paying any effort to get her attention, not investing in her, leading to a successful relationship, and her sticking around. It says a lot about the female character, actually. Why did she stick around? Where was her self respect? Out of the window? I wouldn't do that. I personally wouldn't do that. Okay, now let's compare it with Kaho Naa Pyaar Hai. Let's take Raj Chopra, the second Hrithik Roshan, not the first Hrithik character, the second Hrithik character. He was a lover boy. Okay, he was a lover boy because if you just watch the movie, you'll know what not he did to earn his love. I forgot the female character's name. Let me just check it out quick. Yeah, so he gets beaten up for his love. He travels around the world for her. He he changes himself into the first, Rohit in order to, make everything work. How innocent and how lover boy like is that? Sonia, right? The female character, Amisha Patel. Amisha Patel played Sonia in this movie. Right. So even if you have this, whenever you have this urge to, go back to Zindagi Na Milegi, I know this movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara has taught us many valuable life lessons. But here we are solely discussing men and our standards in men. It's a matter of our self-respect. How we choose men based on what traits we choose them. I will always choose Rohit over Arjun. The second film, I'll save the best one for the last, my favorite comparison for the last. So in the second one, we have Rockstar versus Sanam Teri Kasam. I know this movie Sanam Teri Kasam is now being popularized. I am sort of happy for it. You know why? I'll tell you. I think it just feels wrong to compare these two, but I still have this, intuitive urge to compare these two because the story revolves in a very similar way, except in Sanam Teri Kasam is not a rock star or is not into music and all. They both have toxic lifestyle, and both of their love interests deal with terminal diseases and they die at the end. I'll just compare Jordan from Rockstar with Inder from Sanam Teri Kasam. First of all, Jordan starts off very innocent. He has no idea what love is like, what heartbreak feels like, and he approaches this girl. What's her name? Nargis Fakhri played Nargis Fakhri played this character. He approaches Nargis for his own benefit. This mentor of his. I don't remember the characters, guys. Alright, so his mentor says that in order to be a successful musician, you first have to experience heartbreak, pain, and every kind of pain. Or else, where do you form this art from? Where does music come from? It comes from pain. Every musician have one thing in common, that is pain. Jordan thinks if he approaches Nargis, she might say no and break his heart, just superficially break his heart, and that will help him write better songs and be a successful musician. Such a red flag. Watching this film, I just kept saying to myself, such a red flag, such a red flag. Even though otherwise Jordan was such a good guy. Right. And this guy, Inder from Sanam Teri Kasam. Oh my god, how selfless he was. I know. I'm not telling you to, just go and find some Inder. No. But he had such a toxic lifestyle. He was alcoholic. He had father issues, daddy issues. And he smoked, and he had a body full of tattoos and everything. And every red flag things he owned except his heart. He was a soft-hearted guy who fell in love with played by Saraswati was played by Mawra Hussain, and Inder is played by this guy, um, Harshvardhan Rane. Right, so Ranbir Kapoor in Rockstar was a red flag. Like, you will intuitively know to be away from the guy, even though he did so much for her at the end. But the first impression he made was so was so lazy. Was so lazy. He literally did nothing at first, except spend some time with Nargis whenever she wanted to. I think Inder is way, way better than Jordan. And after Saraswati dies, in order to respect her, in order to fulfill, in order to, yeah, in order to respect her, he becomes a lawyer, he heals, he stops drinking and everything. And Jordan, on the other hand, he just collapses after her death, which is really sad. But we can tell how Inder is such a strong guy, right? Uh, Third is Tamasha versus Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani. Oh my god, I just detest this film Tamasha. Let's see how many of you can attack me after hearing that. Let's see. I detest with all my heart this film Tamasha. I don't even know how Deepika Padukone just signed up for the film. I just don't know. Her character was done incredibly dirty. Starting from Mona Darling to Tara and everything, and oh my god, her level of self respect was thrown out of the window. It was just in the trash can, her self respect. And this guy Ved, played by Ranbir Kapoor, oh my god, who falls for such a guy? Who falls for Don? Who falls for this other role play he does? Basically, this Ved guy is not interested in regular lifestyle. He is fascinated by art, theater, acting, the various characters in movies. He's fascinated by all of that. He can't wrap his head around mathematics, which is fine. Having an interest is fine, but that doesn't mean it gives you the license to just ruin people's lives and just walk around guilt free. Now you can be guilt free, but at least have the decency to apologize. Have the decency to apologize. Just admit that yes, you have ruined someone's life, and maybe they'll forgive you. Maybe they'll forgive you. I just hate the character of Ved. I mean, he is so lost. Tara meets Ved at Corsica. They agree to just lie to each other. What a bad storyline. Oh my god. Who directed this film? I think Imtiaz Ali. I just don't know. They decide to just lie to each other and play characters. Tara plays Mona Darling. Ved plays Dawn. Okay, they just lie to each other, and this girl falls in love with Dawn, aka Ved. And even after they're separated, she can't move on. She keeps thinking about her. She is successful in her career. She has her life together. And then she meets Ved. Ved is now not acting. He's not lying. He falls for Tara. Okay, and he wants to get engaged to her, gives her a ring. She said, "No, wait, it's not you. The guy I saw at Corsica, Corsica, he acted like an animal, and he was the real one. You're the fake one," and it breaks his heart. Agar tum saath ho, the scene, and Agar tum saath ho, the song. Oh my god. Yes, Bollywood has played with our minds. You know, it has managed to develop in our minds this "I can fix him" attitude. What? Piss off. I think Tara should have run. Tara should have run for her life. Instead, when he just got so emotional and tried to just, yeah, bro, you broke my heart, how could you say something like that? She should have run. She should have run. He was a walking red flag. And he disappears, right? He disappears. Now he is a successful theater actor. She has this amazing lucrative job. I don't remember what. She is now, there's a scene, the ending scene. She is walking along the corridor of her office. He shows up out of nowhere, playing another character. Instead of questioning him, instead of demanding an apology, demanding an apology is just not right, I think. At least, holding yourself back, at least setting some boundaries. What she does, she says, "I am Mata Hari." Like, what the hell? Just run for your life. She is just here to waste your time. Now let's take. Yeah, I know I've ranted a lot about Tamasha. Oh my god. It's just a Tamasha. Accurate title. Now let's talk about Ajab Prem ki Gazab Kahani. Why do I like this character of Prem in Ajab Prem ki Gazab Kahani? Because this is also a Ranbir Kapoor character, right? And this guy Prem is so sure about his love for Jenny, Katrina Kaif. He is madly in love with her. If you watch this film, just ignore all the bad jokes, all the unpleasant racist jokes cracked here and there. I'm solely focusing on the male and the female character and their energy dynamics. I also love Jenny because she is so receiving. She knows what she wants, and actually, like, she wouldn't let anyone cross her boundaries. That is so nice. She has definite boundaries, she has self respect, and I know she realizes late, but that's just okay. Because as long as you are not intentionally harming anyone, as long as you're not breaking someone's heart intentionally, it's okay if you just blindfolded and you realize late. Yeah, I'm talking about girls, okay? I'm favoring girls here. Prem is very sure of her. He is ready to move mountains for her. Oh my god, what not he does. Knowing her type in love, that he has to have a job, financial stability, basically. He tries to get a job. He is this aimless member of this happy club in their society, but he gets a job. He doesn't listen to his parents, but he listens to Jenny. This is the power of love. This is the power of feminine energy taught by Jenny. He buys her this dal pakore because she loves it. He tries to give her all the pleasant experiences because she loves it. And he was once misguided by his friends that she's a Christian, she might be a non vegetarian, and you are a vegetarian. So basically, it won't work if you are also a non-vegetarian. And he tries to adopt a non-vegetarian diet, okay? And at the end, he gets furious after knowing that she's a vegetarian. He just chases his friends to beat them up, basically. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to talk about films today. And at the end, they get married. It's a happy ending. He just basically moves mountains for her, knowing that she loves somebody else. He even tries fixes their connection, just unites them. He just does not become a hindrance in their love life, until Jenny realizes at the end how bad her fiance is, and how good this guy Prem is. She runs back to him. And also knowing that she is Christian, he goes to the church to pray to Jesus so that Jesus can help them unite. How cute is that? How sweet is that? Moving on to the third comparison. Is it the third? No, sorry, fourth. Fourth. Chup Chup Ke versus Jab We Met. You know what I'm gonna say this time. It's very easy. You know, just watch the films. I think I have so much to say that I can't even begin. I don't know where to begin. Jitu is a bad guy. He uses people. He lies to. I mean, I'm talking about Jitu from Chup Chup Ke. He lies to people. He leaves his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, back in his town, back in his village, so that he can. I don't remember the storyline, but I exactly remember what he does. And he does nothing for Karina Kapoor. Karina, I don't remember her. I forgot her character's name. He does nothing basically, and she falls in love and everything. She can't speak, and he lies about being dumb. How malicious? Not malicious. How crooked, right? How crooked. And if we take Aditya is just the opposite of Jitu in Chup Chup Ke. Aditya in Jab We Met is a green flag. He basically agrees to drop her home. He agrees to take her to her love interest, this Anshuman, this red flag guy, this villain guy. He agrees to take her to her. He does not become a hindrance, even if he has fallen in love, and he does everything he can to make her happy, and then leaves, and just silently leaves her life, peacefully leaves her life. And even when they're separated, even when knowing that she probably has her own life now, he keeps thinking about her. He keeps thinking about her, and he credits all his success to Geet, knowing that he has changed him. He has cured. She has changed him. She has cured his depression and everything. He's now successful. It's all because of her. Tum Se Hi, the song Tum Se Hi. He just imagines dancing with her. How romantic and a bit delusional. And when he finds out that Anshuman betrayed Geet, he berates him. This Aditya berates him, heavily berates him, and then tries finding her where she is. When he finds her, he starts taking care of him. Then this Anshuman returns and tries to mess things up. But at the end, Geet realizes that Aditya is the one. Aditya loves him truly. It's a happy ending. I love Jab We Met. I know it's a bit overrated. It might be a bit overrated, but it has the potential to cure women's I can fix some disease and bad male standards. It really has a potential, right? None of these films, none of these good films I'm talking about are perfect. They have their flaws. They do have their flaws, but we can't deny that it helps us to raise our standards, right? Right? Right. Now the fifth one, my favorite. That is Devdas versus Jodha Akbar. Jodha Akbar is criminally underrated. Very underrated. Let's take a deep breath first. Just close your eyes and take a deep. I just want to talk and talk about these films. Oh my god. Now that you've got me started, I don't think I can ever finish. Even 20 years later. Maybe I'll keep talking about these films 20 years later. I've been recording for 26 minutes. It's gonna be a long, long video. I don't know if I can shorten it because I can't edit. I think I should seek help now. Right. Those of you have watched Devdas. Okay, girls. To you girls, if you have watched Devdas and you are striving to be Paro, played by Aishwarya Rai, amazing actress, then I think you should just rethink your life choices. Because you shouldn't want to be Paro, my darling. She is highly delusional. What are you talking about? She is highly delusional. And this guy, Dev. Dev, he is a drunkard. He wastes his life away. He mixes with bad friends. He just goes to the brothel and everything. He has no capacity to fix himself. He has no capacity to hold his life together. He has anger issues. He has terrible daddy issues. And Paro is madly in love with her. And Dave knows no boundaries, is offended when boundaries, when she tries to maintain boundaries, he's just offended. Such a red flag, reddest flag ever. Paro being this delusional, in love girl, always finds ways to make him happy and everything. Poor girl, and she then gets married off to another older man who just basically needs a mother for his children. Sad life. And after she gets married, he is basically heartbroken and drinks even more. I think he gets tuberculosis, if I'm not wrong. He coughs and coughs his life away. Such a sad film, and Dave was a toxic guy. I don't think I can talk anymore about this film, Devdas. It just makes me depressed. Right. Moving on to. Also, one more thing. If you want to see a roast video done on Devdas, I'll link a video from this incredible channel, Quarter Ticket Show. She basically sums it up. You'll know. Okay? Let's move on to Jodha Akbar. Yes. Jodha Akbar. Akbar should be the ultimate standard, and you should view yourself as Jodha. Queen Jodha. The amount of self-respect this lady has, Jodha. On the first day, when they went to see each other and everything, she was so brave that she sets, you know, she sets a condition or something. I don't remember. I have watched it a long time ago. She sets a condition, and it was so nice to see that, because nice to see such a brave woman in front of an emperor like Akbar. And if you talk about Akbar, he was the greenest flag ever. He was such a gentleman. He knew how to respect his lady. He knew how to respect boundaries, and he loved her enough to actually get inspired by her. Right, on the wedding night, when he tries to get intimate with her, um, she says that you have done nothing to win my heart. In Hindi, in the Sanskritized Hindi, she says that you have done nothing to win my heart. The day you do something, you prove yourself to me, that's the day you will forever live in my heart. And he respects that. He does not cross her boundaries. You know, he is a little, slightly offended, but he does not act up. He does not yell. He respects her boundaries. And I think right after that, he directly quotes her. When he is disguised in the village, trying to look for problems to solve and everything, he's disguised basically. And to his, let's say colleagues, to his, I don't know, to his kinsmen, he directly quotes her. It's so unfortunate that I did not do enough research. I don't remember what he really said. Akbar was a walking green flag, and he makes a mistake in the film, just suspecting her of cheating on him with another man, because he just meets her brother, secretly meets her brother, I think to send a message or maybe receive a message, but he suspects her. Then she, goes to her parental home. Then Akbar realizes his mistake. He goes to woo her back. She refuses. Such a such that level of self-respect, we don't get to see it often. He basically has to win her heart again. Okay, and the scene where he confesses his love, he says that हम आपसे बेइंतहा मोहब्बत करते हैं. That's what he said. He chooses a really beautiful place in the palace itself, where, at dusk, the sun ray falls really pleasantly in the room. That's the place he chose to confess his love for Jodha. And that's when she starts being intimate. What a lovely story. If I were to believe the movie version of Jodha Akbar, then I must say that Akbar was the one, right? Thank you so much for watching this very long video. Thank you for your incredible patience. Yeah, in the era of short attention span, thank you for proving yourself worthy enough. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for giving your time. And yes, I just hope that I have helped you to raise your standards in men. Have a great life ahead. Just keep learning from these good men, and never give up the hope that there are good men out there and all the good men are taken. Just don't think like that, and never fail. Always try to raise your standards whenever you can. See yourself as a main character. You are the queen, you are the princess. Love you so much. Thank you.